We back. It's the Wrap Up Podcast, episode 5.
Episode 5.
What's happening, world? Steph, what up, bro?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm hanging in there, dog. Hanging in there.
Only way to be, as my dad say.
Straight up.
Only way to do it is to do it.
No doubt. So, man, let's get it jumped off right. Eminem with the Killshot on Friday.
Killshot.
Man, he definitely returned with some fire against Machine Gun Kelly. If you haven't heard it or if you don't know, the response is called Killshot by Eminem. It's all over everywhere. It had like 30 million views in 18 hours.
When I checked it yesterday, that cat was at 55.
Man, and it's only been the weekend.
It's only been a weekend.
So,
you're right.
I mean, hey, he doing numbers right now off of a diss. So I thought it was crazy. I thought it was super dope. Mm-hmm. It was classic Eminem. I ain't even gonna say classic.
No,
Eminem.
I don't think it was classic Eminem.
It was vengeful classic Eminem,
yeah.
But it didn't have a classic Eminem sound.
It was like you got the audacity.
To
come at me.
And that's pretty much how he was saying it through the whole thing. One thing that I definitely liked is it reminded me of the Nas Ether diss as to where everything that he said was factual.
Yeah.
It's just straight facts. He wasn't bringing up nothing crazy or outlandish except, I don't know, maybe you could say the Diddy thing. We don't know if that's facts or not. I mean, hey.
True, but he may have some inside knowledge.
He might.
Some inside knowledge. He did roll with Dre.
Yeah,
he do roll with Dre.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest bars in that.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. That was definitely dope, man. But I thought it was crazy, top to bottom. I seen a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot of people. I seen a few people who didn't think it was that dope. I really don't know where y'all getting that one from. I thought it was amazing.
It's a lot of Eminem bashers out there because we're not getting, hi kids, do you like violence? Because we're not getting that.
You're not getting that, and we don't need. We don't need that. M.
You know what I'm saying?
He's evolved from that. Yeah. It's just like you're not gonna get Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z no more.
Not at all.
You're not. Those artists who we hold to this high esteem, eventually they evolve themselves. That's how they find a way to keep going and being able to, adapt to the times and the musical ear of the demographic who's digesting their music now. So I don't think we need that Eminem right now. But this we definitely need it. This was for hip hop.
What was dope to me about the diss is how if you listen to the disc, and I know you dissected it too more quicker than I did, is the way he has different levels in the disc. He started off addressing line for line pretty much what MGK was saying. Yeah. Then he kind of went on kind of a commercial rant, if you will, just talking crazy. Then that last verse and a half, that's where he murdered.
That was the kill shot.
Yeah. That's when he murdered him.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I thought it was top notch. It was top notch. And that's not, I know we didn't really get a chance to speak about it because the episode before this, when we talked about Eminem, we had only talked about his album. And then the MGK disc came out after that.
Came right out.
So I guess we can kind of, backstep, the James Harden step back real quick and let's address the MGK disc. I thought the MGK disc was dope.
It was heavy.
It was dope.
And I like MGK.
I do too.
So lyrical content, when I heard that it was a diss track, I knew it was going to be kind of witty. Yeah. But what I wasn't sure of if it was going to be that, I always call it the white boy rapper when it's the emphasis on the ERs and all that. But he went bar heavy. Some of the stuff didn't kind of make sense once I listened to it again. Yeah. But he went heavy.
I thought the diss was dope. It was well thought out. I thought the production and the bars went together. That's another thing.
Now the production on Machine Gun Kelly joint, it was better in terms of the track than M's Killshot.
M's was, but I think M's was more calculated. It was what it was supposed to be because M wants you to hear exactly what he's saying. He doesn't. M wants you to dissect the bars. He don't want the beat to get in the way. Not saying that MGK's beat got in the way. It was a better sounding track, and it's still you know, it still meshed well with the bars that he was bringing. But M wants something nice and plain and simple, and I'm just gonna wrap circles around this loop of music that I got.
And it's kind of a beat that we haven't heard from Eminem in a while. You know, one point he went guitar heavy.
Yeah, it was guitar heavy or electric synths.
Yeah,
like super heavy.
This was on some, like, I don't want to say the Outsiders, but compared to what he's been doing, back to his Outsider days. Lyrically,
I dig that.
Lyrically,
I can see that. Took a little shot, another little jab at Joe Budden.
Yeah, Joe not gonna respond though. Joe got too much stuff going on now where his focus don't have to be on them.
Man, okay, so then my thing is this: don't get on your podcast talking shit that you better.
Oh, he gonna do that because
but now I want to see that. I want to see competitive Joe
because the MC in him won't let him not say nothing. So but the corporate Joe, as he called himself, he won't do it because he's so on that I'm retired. No, you can give me a quick 16.
I need more than that.
You know what I'm saying?
I need 64 or
200 bars.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Come with it. You can't get on your podcast talking about you better than M. And I think Joe can definitely bring it.
Yeah.
I think Joe is a better caliber of competition. Not saying that MGK didn't. And to go to that route, let's speak to that point. I think we will hear a rebuttal from MGK. I don't think he wants to let this die.
Because it's a surge on him.
Yeah, and if he's smart, he better still pick it back up. I mean, because let's be honest.
But M told him that in the track though, that I'm uplifting your career by going after you.
Use it then.
Yeah,
use it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bro. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. I need this. Because let's be honest, wasn't nobody. I ain't gonna say checking for him. Nobody was talking about MGK prior to the diss. So
he was on WrestleMania. He was a thing in WrestleMania.
You probably only know that because of some Instagram or social media or something. I know you ain't sitting up watching for WWE right now.
Man, I'm getting my SmackDown on every chance I can get, man. Shout out to AJ Styles.
I learned something new today. Steph's still checking for wrestling. I ain't mad at you, bro. But, yo, I want to hear a rebuttal from both of them. I'm almost positive we're going to get one from Machine Gun Kelly, but I really want to hear one from Joe because you can't pop off and say, I'm better than you. I've always thought I've been better than you, and then you not come and prove it, or you got to show me something. Because you stepped in that arena when it was battle rap with, what's my man's name? Super heavy in the battle rap.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The LOM dude.
Yeah,
what is his name?
His was trash though. I know what you're talking about.
No, it was they did the whole battling on Smack.
Yeah, but his was whack. He kept the one where he kept laughing and through the track. He kept
something to Don.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know who he is, and it's bugging me that I can't remember his name. I'm gonna get it out though. But he stepped up and he battled him. I mean, it was on a pretty large platform and all of that. He got paid for it, and woo up the band. That's good. But Joe already has a good sense of buzz about him already with, the everyday struggle, and then detracting from that, and then the, getting the Spotify deal and all of that. That's great. So keep rolling on that. But now that you have this even bigger platform, you got on that platform and said, I'm better than M. I've always been better than M. I've always thought that as an MC. Those are his words. Yeah. As an MC, I've always thought I was better than you. Now's your time to show it.
Remy even challenged that on
one
of his 50 shows, State of the Culture. Yeah. And she told him, yo, I think you scared.
And that's the battle. That's the battler in her. That's the battle in her, right? Yeah. So I love first of all, when it boils down to it, this whole MC and rapping thing has always been in the spirit of competition.
Always.
So this is what it's been about from the jump anyway. So you can't come out there and toss out the wolf tickets and then not back it up. This is definitely your opportunity to back it up. And if you don't, you're going to be the only person whose name has been in this ring, when I say this ring, this whole MGK and Eminem thing, who's not said anything. Because MGK, he Machine Gun Kelly came with it.
Yeah.
And I even prior to this, I've liked his music. I think it's called Laces or Laced Up. That album was dope to me.
Yeah.
He came even better than I thought. And Eminem is who he is. Joe is who he is. Me personally, I think Joe is a whole lot better than a lot of people think, and than what he gets credit for.
So is MGK getting more clout for his diss because we didn't expect it? Is that the huge reason why everybody's his diss was dope, or was it just legitly dope?
It was legit. It was legit dope, but you just don't expect for it to come the way it did.
Yeah.
That's to me. It's like, oh, okay, MGK coming, I might give it a listen, and then you listen to it and it's like, yo, this is even better than I thought. You know? It's like, man, that it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Even so much so to a point that I'm anticipating whatever comes next from him, because I don't think he's gonna let this die. I
hope he don't.
I'm thinking he coming with some more.
I hope he don't.
I think you already know M he's too petty to let it go. So he definitely got something else.
I think I want to hear ammo for him.
Oh, he definitely did.
Ammo.
I ain't gonna say he came light, but I think he purposely left a couple in the bag. He got some more in the chamber for this type of event. M is a calculated dude.
Yeah.
So I think I think he'll be ready.
Yeah, just give him some spaghetti.
Spaghetti in a sweater.
He gonna battle, man. He gonna battle.
You might be right, man.
So with M and MGK, white rappers.
I'm listening.
White rappers. We talked about it before, but never in depth, and I just thought this would be a perfect time for us both to talk about what we even call this, not the plight of the white rapper, but the ascend of the white rapper, maybe.
Okay.
So
the crescendo of white rappers.
Absolutely, the cascade of white rappers.
I like that.
So there's a lot of white rappers that's been through the doors of hip hop, if you will.
True.
Vanilla Ice. We can go on and on. So let's jump into what solidifies them in hip hop as being, I guess you could say, accepted.
Okay.
Is it craft, lyrics, gimmick? Vanilla Ice gimmick worked for a minute before he got outed.
It did, and it was he popped, and it was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I go back and I was super young at the time.
Yeah.
I clearly, vividly remember his songs purely because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep, Ninja Rap.
But it was still dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. I mean, even if you put it on
Rolling
today.
Number 5.0.
If you put it on today, it's still decent. Yeah. You might get a little head nod out of it. Like, okay, Ice, this ain't bad. Especially for when it was popping how it was. What was that like? That was the late 80s?
Yeah,
early
late
90s
80s.
right there.
Yeah.
So Vanilla Ice was, it's hard to classify him. He was more entertainer than anything because he danced, he rapped.
Diddy before Diddy.
Yeah, he was a showman.
Yeah.
He was a showman. I would definitely classify him as a rapper, nowhere near an MC.
Okay.
But he was what he was. He was an entertainer. He was a showman. That was the extent of who he was. He had his moment. He had his minutes. His fame, if you'll categorize it as that,
huge.
It was well deserved for who he was in that moment. I think he capitalized on his timeline.
You mentioned rapper MC. Give me 3 white rappers that you consider MCs.
Good one.
And let's eliminate Eminem.
Oh wow, that makes it harder. An MC. I like Logic. I like Logic a lot. I would have to say Logic is a white MC. I'm giving him MC. I haven't listened to enough G-Eazy.
I don't consider G-Eazy MC.
I was just about to say that. He's not bad though.
No, he's not bad at all.
I think he's talented.
Yeah.
MC, I don't know.
For me, I would say Beasties. I'm gonna just group them as one.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. That went right over me. I don't know how I missed it. They was dope.
I'm a group third base together. because they have the two white boys, Search and the cat with the trench coats.
Okay.
Now my
dope on their own though. Well, I mean, I guess we ain't splitting up the Beastie Boys,
Yeah,
so we can't. Okay.
But the third is hard pressed for me to find the third. I know we can throw Action out there. But do you even really consider Action a MC?
He's teetering. He's teetering.
I agree.
He's teetering there. The talent is undeniable. Action Bronson. If you haven't heard Action Bronson, or if you are aloof to who Action Bronson is, check him out. He's dope. Undeniable talent. I don't know if I can strictly categorize him as an MC. And it's hard to. A lot of people, you can't just strictly categorize as an MC just because of the versatility of who they are. It doesn't mean that they're any less talented. I don't want anybody to say that if I'm not categorizing somebody as an MC, it doesn't mean that they're not dope.
Yeah. Because I love Action Bronson.
I think he's
dope.
He's super ill. But I don't know if I would categorize him as an MC.
When I think of white MCs, I think of more underground, Peanut Butter Wolf, Easy LP, especially with the Run the Jewels joints that's been coming out.
He's definitely an MC.
Yeah,
he's definitely an MC.
But the mainstream white rapper, the Macklemores, and have been commercial.
Macklemore is
MC,
definitely more of an
MC,
entertainer.
Rapper.
He's a rapper.
Yeah,
he's a rapper. Talented. I think he's okay. He's okay. I like Yellow Wolf.
Wolf is dope.
Again, I don't know if an MC. I don't know if I think he's in that Action Bronson phase.
Skilled.
Well, skilled.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say phase because they are who they are at this point. But yeah, I would skill him as teetering in between a rapper and an MC.
That's why I put MGK with Yellow Wolf.
Oh, for sure. Definitely skilled. I think those dudes definitely have talent. I think they get put into a box though, just because they have a similar sound.
I agree.
So they kind of get put into a box of, here's what you are. I think most white rappers do. This is, very rarely is the white male discriminated against.
No.
But in the hip hop arena.
And I'm here for
I'm gonna just say what it is. In the hip hop arena, the white rapper is discriminated against. You are put into a box. Welcome to everyday life as a black man. This is the one time that you get put into that box.
Because atmosphere is dope to me.
Agreed. You have to do a lot to try to shed that stigma of white rapper.
But with the white rapper, like was it Sprite Thirst is everything? For the white rapper, image is everything. You have to be kind of handsome.
You do.
You got to be kind of clean. Think G-Eazy, kind of clean, kind of have a little
Sinatra feel to you, but you got
bit.
you a little hip hop in you because he can't come out there just with a suit out all the time. But he got a little sauce to him.
Yeah.
And same thing with MGK. He got the tattoos, super skinny white dude, but he still dressed like a rocker, and he has the image. Yeah. I tell you this, most prominent white rappers have the image. I'd say the two who we've named so far who haven't really had it is Action Bronson, maybe Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf looks straight grunge. He look like he don't smell clean.
But his music kind of reflect that though.
It does, and he from Alabama.
Yeah,
I think he from Alabama. He dope, man.
And with Action Bronson, his joint is what you see is what you get.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to. I'm gonna wear my Ultra Boost. Yeah. These Nick shorts.
He's not gonna switch it up for you.
And this Carhartt t-shirts.
Yo, Action Bronson is going to stick to what Action Bronson wants to do, and
it's working.
It is.
It's working.
I tell you what though, I probably say for about 6 to 8 months, I knew that Action Bronson was actually Ghostface Killer.
And he had an interview where he said that a lot of people say that he's biting Ghost. And I used to think that too until I started listening. Sometimes Ghost say some outlandish stuff too.
The way that he talks though,
the
way it's like, unless he's literally studied this man for years and years.
He says his favorite rapper.
Years. And it's like he literally talks like this dude.
Yeah.
He sounds just like him. I remember the first time I heard Action Bronson, it was on Chance Acid Rap mixtape. And I was like, yo, Chance got a song with Ghostface. I was like, yo, this is finna be ill. And then I seen the credits and I was like, where's the Ghostface track? And that was when I found out that Action Bronson is not Ghostface Killer. I was like, yo, this ain't even. And then I looked at it, I was like, who's Action Bronson? I look it up, Google, you know the Googles. Oh, word. I'm sorry, y'all, the game on, so we got the Bears popping too, so you might see some craziness going on. Oh, he got another one?
Yep.
Look at this boy, he's showing out.
Yeah.
But yo, man, I Googled Action Bronson and I was like, wait a minute, he ain't even black. It's like that Dave Chappelle skit where he took the dude head off at Disney World. I was like, oh no, Mickey Mouse is a Mexican. That's how that was my deal with Action Bronson. I was like, not only is this not Ghostface Killer, but this man ain't even black.
No.
You sound like a brother. But Action Bronson is super dope. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I don't know how we would categorize them. I at this point of where I am, I the way that I peg people in the hip hop community now is purely based off of your talent. Either you're talented or you're not. I mean, so we can put them in as many different boxes as you want. Is he rapper? Is he a rapper? Or is he an MC? Is he mainstream? Is he underground? At the end of the day, either you got talent or you don't. A majority of the cats that we named have talent.
So, do you think the new cats that's out, the new white rappers, the Lil Pumps, and
hell
all them,
no. Is Lil Pump white?
Ain't Lil Pump?
I don't know. He's whack.
I don't know.
The other little dude with all of the tattoos on his face.
The Gucci dude, ain't that? Who is he?
Nah, he that's what's that nigga? That's Tekashi. Ain't that Tekashi? No.
Well, you know,
Lil Pump is the Gucci Gang. That's him.
Well, whoever the white rappers are nowadays.
No, that's the Lil Xan dude.
I don't know.
He white. He's white, and his music is trash.
Do you think they're smearing what these forefathers of the white rap has put together
I see where you're going.
In terms of solidifying themselves as, bona fide MCs, bona fide rappers in the game? Do you think they're dragging them down where they rose up and they fought the good fight for the white rapper?
Hell yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, it's like, yo, man, y'all making us look real bad out here. They probably had their own secret meetings. It's like, white rapper conglomerate. Yeah. And they come together and they was like, yo, you've got to pick your shit up. Yeah. You're making us look real bad out here. And they'd really probably be too coked up or messed up out their mind, and it's like
the white being there snapping.
Yeah, man, I don't even know, bro. But yeah, they definitely bringing it down. Them dudes is trash.
Yeah.
Them dudes is they super trash. But I'll tell you this, I give you your fair shake once I hear your name or whatever, and I say, okay, well, I get to it when I get to it, and then I listen, and then I give you your fair shake as to like, okay, this is whack or it's not, and then you usually don't get another chance with me.
Yeah.
Those dudes don't get another chance with me personally. I just once you get your opportunity, and then if I like it, then I'll keep listening, and if I don't, then that's just a wrap on that. But yeah, they definitely it's over with for them. It's over with. They are doing the white rapper community a disservice. They are doing the white rapper community a disservice. Yeah, man, them dudes is they trash. They super trash.
All right, so we got the diss records, Eminem, MGK, white rappers, and who's dope, who's an MC, all that jazz. Now, going forward, going back to MGK, do you think MGK garners a bigger following for taking the mantle not from Eminem, but being the one to come forward? Because that took balls to
for
do
sure.
that.
And you think about it, nobody's really came at him in a long time. And I mean, it's not like
we not talking
right. We ain't talking about no subliminals. We ain't talking about some little backdoor dissing.
He called out his daughter name.
Right. Yeah. This man, he came straight for Eminem.
Yeah.
Yo. Takes a lot of gumption to pull off what he pulled
moxie.
Off. Yeah, a lot of moxie. And then not even to do it, but then for it to come off and it still be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people can, they can go right at this and then it just still not be fresh. But no, he came with it. I thought it was dope. Then M came with his. It was better, in my opinion, and now he back up on he on deck. You know, so let's see what he comes with. In the terms of taking the reins, like you say, M ain't nowhere near done.
No.
But would I say that he is next in line? Possibly. I mean, I don't think he's clear cut. Personally, I still think Logic is better as an MC, but Logic is really gonna steer away from, I think, any type of negativity. Logic is that dude who wants to be cool with everybody in the rap community. I mean, that's just the vibe I get from him. Even with watching the Netflix documentary that he had, which was super dope, by the way. But Logic, I would put Logic over him, but I don't even know if I would say that he's next in line. It's when M is still clearly showing that he has a firm grasp on things with this album, and then with this, I'm not even remotely thinking about who's next with the possibility of maybe taking something over.
I don't think there is one that's next because no one has had the appeal. Eminem came out the gate with appeal.
He did.
At one point, when Yellow Wolf was under M's umbrella, he had that push too, where he was on some stuff, and he was like everywhere. It was Yellow Wolf, Yellow Wolf, Yellow Wolf, but he wasn't sustainable. But then that goes back to Joe saying how Eminem isn't really that business savvy in terms of pushing his artists.
He's not, but then
there's no way Obi Trice shouldn't still be making records
at all, because that's another dude who was, you know, had an abundance of talent, and then he just kind of, you know, fell off. What M is, M can identify the talent. I don't know if he knows how to cultivate it.
I agree.
And to be honest, his protege is the same way, and that's 50 Cent. 50 can identify talent, but he can't cultivate it. But the business mind is there. When you talking about his money, when you talking about his ideas, I can turn this into whatever I want. I can turn, you know, this molehill into a mountain. I can turn this dollar into 10 million. You know, that's 50. 50 has a brilliant business mind. But can he cultivate talent?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Banks is extremely talented, and you know, he never did any. I ain't gonna say he never did anything. He didn't amount to what I thought he should have been. Same way with Young Buck.
But do you think that's the umbrella of being under 50 though? Him being as big as he was.
It could be, but then it does. If that's the case, are you being in that umbrella with somebody who has such a massive shadow? Do you think that's the problem with what 50 and Eminem had? It's like it's hard to come up out of from under their shadow. I mean, because the same thing happened with Jay with Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek never was as big as maybe.
And Memphis Bleek dope to me. You know how I feel about Bleek.
Me too. But Bleek, I think Bleek was always super cold.
But do you think they became content with just not riding on the coattails, but you know, I'm famous for not really being famous for doing anything? But to Bleek's credit, he at least got 4 albums out, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Then he's doing, but Jay put him on that, so I don't want to say that. But the Duce and all that joint.
Yeah.
But going back to Eminem, you know, D12, it was at one point we thought they were going to be whatever they were in terms of a group. Then that fell off. I think that had more to do with Proof's death.
Yeah, that was very untimely.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like you said with Obi Trice, that ended up. Obi Trice should have been bigger than D12.
Yeah.
Obi Trice should have been
Stat Quo.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Kachise.
He got this new dude called Boogie. Up under his
they got Griselda's whole lineup, Conway and all them on Shady. But I wonder what he's gonna do with them, because you know Griselda got a big buzz right now. Yeah. Huge buzz. Yeah. The same way Slaughterhouse had a buzz before they went to Shady. They not a group no more. But we know the differences that they had there.
Yeah, I think that was more individualistic. Yeah. But yeah, I see
Griselda was moving on their own, like moving.
True. Very true. And I didn't know that they was on Shady. But I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see what's going on with it. I really think that, man. I in all honesty, I really think that it might be their particular shadow that is causing them not to maybe cultivate talent. Maybe the talent that's under that umbrella or that's in that shadow, like you said, they may just have this level of comfort as to where it's like, man, maybe I can't be as big as I want.
I don't know, but as an MC, I don't think you can have that attitude. Just like a ball player.
I would hope not.
It's like if Pip was to say that with Mike.
True, but we've seen people defer.
That's you're right.
Or step down in their talent. You know, I ain't gonna say step down in their talent, but shy away from the moment.
LeBron. But that's a different
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
You know.
You're right.
Yeah, you know that we can do them type of analogies all day. I don't think rap is safe from those. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think that very well might be what it is. They can identify the talent because everybody we just named has been talented. D12, Obi Trice, G Unit, Conway, Boogie. I think all of them dudes is super talented. Can they cultivate the talent? Can he come in and say, you know what? Here's what we need to do. Here's how you need to structure your album. Here's the single that you need to lead with. Blah, 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 blah. And then here's how you pop. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen other big name artists be able to do that with the people under them.
That's true.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But one thing's for sure is I think that Eminem has the ability to... He has the ability to show them how to get it done. Mm-hmm. Part of it's going to be up to them.
Yeah. Okay. So, I can see that.
We'll see if he can start to cultivate the talent, if you say.
Well, what do you with you saying that? Do you think Eminem depends solely on Paul to take care of all that?
I hope not.
Because Paul is the business mind, but with Paul going to Def Jam or at Def Jam, if you will, does that lie solely on Eminem now, or is that someone else that we don't know that's in that chair? Because it seems like to me Eminem is fine being in the background, and I'm going to drop these records when I feel like dropping these records. I don't want to do nothing with contract signings, and he just strike me as that person. He
does, and I think now that he's older, he's done with that.
Yeah.
M ain't really trying to be all through the rigmarole and all of the whole business. I ain't gonna say not want to be. I don't know what M want to do. It just seems as though I get the vibe that, you know, he's more so wanting to chill, just make music when he wants to at his leisure, release it at his leisure, how he wants to do it. Maybe
he's afforded himself that, so I can't be mad at it. So he's afforded himself
exactly. That's the feel and the vibe that I have. He never seems like he's very hands-on with making the behind-the-scenes stuff happen.
Yeah.
As opposed to a Diddy or a Dr. Dre or a Dame Dash. You know, even though Dame Dash wasn't an artist, but he had his hand. He
moved like an artist.
Even as a manager, Dame wanted his hands in everything. Say, no, let's tweak this and do that, just so that we can make more money. And, you know, Dame is another dude with a brilliant business mind.
Yeah.
Dame made things and changed things in the game that other people wouldn't have had the savvy to do. Or the way that he maneuvered made, you know, buku amounts of money for all of those cats on the Rockefeller team. Everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. So, you know, that's does M do that? I don't know. If he does, I've never seen it, or it hasn't come to the light where you can say, okay, this dude is brilliant when it comes to business.
And you can't really...
He can market himself, though.
You can't really name anybody off M's roster, Shady, that has been successful other than 50. And he was already big before he went to
before
Shady.
He got the deal. I mean, with the How to Rob joint, he was popping.
Yep.
And so much so to the point that Jay-Z had to get him on Summer Jam.
Yeah.
You know?
M even had Guilty Simpson. I forgot about him. He had Guilty Simpson over there. Detroit boy.
Yeah, I mean, he got a lot of talent up out of that.
Only one that's really, you know, from his camp that's parlayed it into anything recognizable as a career, I would have to say it's Royce. Royce parlayed his, the bad meets evil thing, bad versus evil thing with M into a dope
He did.
But he was already a dope MC.
Yeah, and Royce was doing it for a long time too. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I can see that. Royce has had a nice bout of longevity. Mm-hmm. Royce been definitely doing his thing for a minute, but I guess you can say he probably
doing it the Eminem way too, if you think about it.
Yeah,
because he wasn't liked by a lot of people.
He wasn't.
They made him put on rhinestone do-rags at one point, remember?
That was so unfortunate.
And remember they had him, he was bleaching his hair.
Yeah,
so
and he wasn't feeling that.
Yeah.
So he said he wasn't feeling it. I mean, hey.
Nah, all the white boys was doing that back then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you could say you wasn't feeling it, but then you doing something different. Man. But I mean, hey, one thing that I think we may see is the emergence of somebody out of his camp. I mean, so the emergence of one of those people after they leave his camp. Mm-hmm. If we see that, then we may say, hey, this might be Eminem not being able to cultivate talent. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think as of right now, it might be. I ain't gonna say too early to see, because we done seen a lot of people go by the wayside over there at Shady. Mm-hmm. I think this next crop of talent that he has right now, if he doesn't do anything with it, that'll be the telltale sign.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the sign that lets you know, like, hey, maybe M ain't the person you want to sign under, because he can market himself, but I don't know if he know how to market nobody else. I don't know if he know how to market the rest of his team. So that's to be seen. That's to be determined. You know, I don't think we could be so hasty to make that judgment yet. Although the track record and all that great right now.
For who?
For M being able, for M being able to cultivate talent. Let me clear that up. Mm-hmm. His track record, his personal track record, is amazing. Yeah, but Shady Records, not so much.
But then at the time that M was popping and should have been focused on all that, he was drugged out. So
he was,
and I don't see too many people running and be like, "Yo, I'm about to sign the Shady," because the Shady Records moniker is only Eminem. You don't think Shady Records the way you think of Rockefeller. You don't even think Aftermath the same way you think about Rockefeller if you think about it. Because a lot of cats on Rockefeller went there, huge names, didn't pan out other than Kendrick. And Kendrick is, I consider, more TDE than Aftermath. He is TDE. You had Busta Rhymes, you had Eve, you had Raekwon, you had the game, all those.
But the game did pretty good though.
Yeah, the game did well.
The game did pretty good. So, yeah, I think you might be right. Rockefeller, we hold Rockefeller and even Ruff Ryder to a high esteem because of what they were able to do. Nobody. I was about to say Bad Boy, but nah.
The only group that you can think of, that I can think of outside of Ruff Ryders and Rockefeller, and they kind of hold the blueprint for me. They don't get their just due, and that's what RZA did with Wu-Tang.
Oh, hell yeah.
What RZA did with Wu-Tang.
Everybody ate on Wu-Tang.
And a lot of people may think that commercially they're not successful, but that tour money is a different kind of money.
And they still getting
That's money when you 50.
And they still getting it. And man, the money, the amount of money that they made off of just the touring and the merchandising is crazy. But one thing that kind of sucks, if they would have been smarter back then when they was younger, if they would have capitalized on the logo. They don't even own their own logo.
Oh yeah.
So that part sucks. But you know better, you do better.
You're right.
So I mean, but you're right. I would say Wu-Tang, definitely Rockefeller and Ruff Ryders. You don't see whole camps come in and just dominate the way that they did. They had their whole camps dominated.
Yeah.
You know, for a long time. Rockefeller held it down for
at least from
over a decade.
When did Volume 3 come out? That's Doc Carter, right?
Yeah,
like 99,
98, 99.
They held it from 98, 99 to at least 2007-ish, 2008.
Gotta be. Yeah. Something like that. That sound about right.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Diddy could have. He had a nice roster to do it. The Locks.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it was some more shady stuff.
Mace said, Diddy made me pretty.
Yeah.
He wanted to make everybody pretty. You can't bring Boys in the Hood in and have them one gangster track because Trap was buzzing, but then you don't hear nothing else from them other than Jeezy.
So, and my thing is, what did you expect to do with the Locks?
I don't know.
Because they was dope even back then when they was young and hungry.
The Warlocks, man.
Yeah, and it's like, what did you expect to do with them? I don't get it. I mean, they eventually made their way. They paved their way. They got on Ruff Ryder, and you know they got with D and DMX and what's the other dude?
Y.
Yeah, D and Y, and they did their thing. Everybody ate on Ruff Ryders too. Them boys.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing bad coming from
everybody
Ruff Ryders camp. It's only Diddy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I be raping you.
Oh man, that's still like a hilarious skit even to this day.
Right. And if we just go talk about squads, even Terror Squad had a run. They had beef with Fat Joe getting money, and they didn't like that. But Fat Joe even says he was putting in the work. Cuban Links didn't want to work.
That's true. They was Terror Squad. Terror Squad could have had some more money too. They had their moments where I ain't gonna say they had a deep run, but they had the talent.
Yeah, it wasn't a deep run.
I think that's the thing. They had the talent, but we didn't see a lot of squandered talent.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's what we got with that one. Squandered talent.
Yep. So what? We put a bow?
Yeah, man. I think it's a wrap on this one. We got one in for the white rappers. Yo, if we forgot anybody, hit us up in the comments. Let us know if it's any white rappers, white MCs who we didn't name, who y'all think is dope, or who don't get they just due, or who you think might be next to take over the reins once M put his hat up, which we don't see in the foreseeable future.
I really cannot think of one white rapper that can.
Nobody's worthy.
Other than Logic, man, that's the only one. But Logic, I think, is about to go into, his what kind of rap? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing. You know the happy rap. It's not called happy rap.
Okay,
but
I know what you're saying.
The positive rap. Yeah.
I get it.
Like, let's be all together and equal as one. You know, he got at least 7 tracks of those on his album.
Yeah, man. He might. I guess we'll see. But I think he's the most talented dude. He the one who got the best opportunity.
I agree.
But that's it, man. It's a wrap. Until episode 6, we'll holla at you, man. Hit us up on all of the platforms. Y'all know what it is. He gonna put it in the comments.
I'll put it there for the people.
Yeah, he gonna put it there for the people, man. It's for the people.
No doubt, man.
Peace out, y'all. It's the wrap up.
1.